Hello. This site is called Take What Rings True, and it's a place for me to share spiritual thoughts. And today I'm going to talk about what's new about Ascension. My name is Teresa Micheletti, and the reason this is called Take What Rings True is the whole idea is if it makes sense to you, keep that idea. If it doesn't make sense to you, let it go. So, Ascension is twofold. Number one, the earth is changing. And number two, we are changing. Now, the earth is changing, but it's probabilities. Some things we know are going to happen, but the time frame, since the other side, heaven, source, is all timeless, when angels tell us or spirit guides tell us something's going to happen soon, that's soon, which is not necessarily my soon. So we are changing and we are in transition. And the main thing for us right now is to be aware. We don't have to do anything. So if you read Cataclysm by Sylvia Browne, the probability at that point in time, which was supposed to happen between 2004, I believe, and 2011, was California was going to fall in the ocean, Lemuria and Atlantis, the continents of Lemuria and the continent of Atlantis were supposed to come up. That probability just went by the wayside. So there are other probabilities of things that can happen, but I think a lot of that book, Cataclysm, is still happening. It's just continents aren't falling down and coming up. Instead, we are still going to have shortages of goods and services and shortages of food. And there may be government restructuring and infrastructure restructuring. And we already see some corporations falling by the wayside. So we just need to go with the flow. Be prepared. You can tell by looking at the world. There's floods, there's fires, there's all sorts of what we would call disasters going on. And that's just the way of Earth resetting. Mother Earth is cleansing the surface. And that happens every 10,000 years, that the Earth resets. And that's what's happening. What you can do is be prepared, even if it's just water, a bag of beans, and a bag of rice. And have some survival food. That's the survival food of beans and rice, but you can have other survival food. Have some survival supplies, and please have water. If you do nothing else, store some water. And I think I will post in the comments a link to suggested survival food, suggested survival supplies, but mainly have water. You'll notice a lot of the places that are having disasters, the main thing is they can't get clean water. Also, I'll post how to make your own distilled water using just a few things. So you can make your own clean water. And you can get a life straw at Costco or, places like that. And you suck it through a filter and the water is clean enough to drink, safe enough to drink. No. Now, know that you have chosen to come at this point in time to have a life at this point in time. Each soul decided, okay, I'm going to come during this shifting time. We're going to shift out of our normal to a space and a feeling we've never known on Earth before. You don't need to do anything. The angels are doing all the work. Just go with the flow. The angels are changing our frequency. They're even changing our physical makeup. But they're doing the work. We just have to just go with the flow. Some people chose at the point of deciding what was going to happen in this life, some people chose to stay with karma and to stay in the third dimension instead of going to the fifth dimension. And that's their soul's choice. There's nothing wrong with staying in the third dimension. To me, it's like there's this possible new experience nobody's ever experienced before. I'm signing up for that one, not staying in the old one. But that's my choice. And each soul gets to decide for themselves. Now, governments are going to reshuffle and reorganize. Society is going to shuffle and reorganize. We may end up with some countries having different governments within the country, and they're no longer a country, they are like regions. It'll be more of community, more bartering, and that's what we're moving toward. So just know that that's possible. If you feel fear, give it to the divine, give it to the angels. It's okay. The world is shifting around us and we'll still be okay. Have you ever seen any of the Transformer cartoons or Transformer movies? Well, it's sort of like we're the bumblebee and we become the Volkswagen, or we're the Volkswagen Beetle and we become the bumblebee. It's shifting, but you're still you. You're still your soul. It's just the world's shifting around us, and that's okay. You are shifting to your true essence, your true self. You're going to be more aware of your higher self, more aware of your connection to source and the divine. Now, have you ever seen any of the Indiana Jones movies? You know how in each of the Indiana Jones movies, there's always a section. For instance, the one where they're in a like some kind of mine and they're on a railroad car and it goes careening down the tracks and rocks are falling. Well, that's the kind of thing that's going to happen. You know you're going to be okay because Indiana Jones is always okay. You're going to be okay. But there may be some rocks falling and you'll notice some changes, but be the observer. You don't have to be in the middle of all the anxiousness. Be the observer. Just watch what's going on around you and let it flow through. My friend Sylvia would say, be a sieve, like be a tube, and just let those experiences just flow through you, go through you, off and away. Let it drain off and away from you. Also, being the observer, think of being beyond your body. So Raheem says it above your body, but I think of it being beyond my body. Because if you do that, you're more the observer and you're not in the middle of all the, okay, that rock just fell. Well, it didn't hurt you. So you don't have to hold the emotion of being afraid because it fell away from you. And if you're listening to this, if you're watching this, then you're one of the people who is here for a specific reason. You're the example. You're the one people will look to see how to get through this period of time. Now, you may be the person who's the parent and your children are watching you. You may be the boss or the coworker that's able to get through things when things are changing and other people are going, whoa, this is not normal. It's okay. We're moving away from the old normal to something new. So like Indiana Jones, there may be a bit of chaos around you, but you're going to make it through. There's also Star Wars. Is it Millennium Falcon? I think it is, that great big ship that they were driving. And of course, when something was going to happen and they needed to get away right away, and then the engine would stop and they'd have to fix the engine before they could go on. Well, that may be what happens to us too. There may be some bumps and some glitches, and that's okay. You're going to get through it. Think of it as the adventure ride. And you don't know exactly where you're going, but you know you're going to get through it. So maybe you're the neighbor that people are looking to be able to know how to flow through this time. Maybe, perhaps, you brought in a spiritual gift to help others through this time. Or you're gathering your spiritual gift or gifts to help people through these times. But no, we're at the door of ascension. So be in the moment. Take a breath and just go with the flow. You may feel that you're being lifted. You may feel lighter. You may notice you feel more power, more empowered. The way to get through this more easily and quicker is to drop resistance and doubt. Let go of the past. Two friends would not let go. One friend knew that she was supposed to have a relationship with someone she'd had a relationship with before, but he had not come into her life again. And when she asked a spirit guide, because we used to go to trance classes and a spirit guide would come in and teach us stuff, she asked Francine, why is this guy not coming in? And she said, you're not letting go. It's like you're chained or corded or connected to your request. So Francine said, mail the letter. Another friend knew he was going to get a house. He knew which house it was, but it was not coming to him. And he was always complaining, why isn't the house coming? Why isn't the house coming? Well, if you're always thinking about it, you're not letting the universe take care of it because you're holding on to it. Stop holding on to your doubts. Stop holding on to what you want. Okay. It isn't, you know how people say, do as I say, not as I do. That's been happening to me lately. As some of you know, I've been at my sister's house for almost 6 months now, taking care of her. And she's supposed to be having a space in a nursing home. And the angels had said, it's coming toward her soon. Well, soon is soon. But I'm holding on to it. I have been holding on to this, talking to God, talking to everybody about, I want this over. I want to move on. I want her to be in a safe place. I want her to be taken care of easily. And then I want to be able to do my spiritual stuff. Well, but me constantly thinking, okay, when's it going to happen? When's it going to happen? That's not helping. I'm holding on to my request. I need to make my request, send it out to the universe, and let the hosts of heaven and the universe bring what I want to me. But I've been holding on to the doubt, holding on to the, oh, I want this to happen, holding on to this. Okay, which one is it going to be? Now I can make more requests at more nursing homes because we were talking about having her live in a different location closer to other family. I could do that, but then I need to let it go and stop holding on to it. We all do that. We hold on to stuff and we need to let it go. So this last week, angels have said, create a space next to you, not within your body, next to you. It can even be outside of your electrical emanation, next to you, a container. So right now, I want you to think of a space where you can keep your doubts, you can keep your resistance. What is it going to be? A bucket, a safe, a tube? For me, I think of it like a drain pipe. Here's my body, and there's this drain pipe emptying into a bucket or a container. All the doubts that I have, all the what ifs, all the things I'm holding on to, I want to drain into that container and let the angels neutralize those thoughts and sweep them away. So the things that you think are maybe going to be troubles, the what ifs, the yucky thoughts, the my neighbor is an awful person and I don't want them to come and do this again, and you keep replaying that. The replays, put those in your container. So right now, this is the point in time where we're shifting. So our troubles and our karma are falling away. But I've been clinging to mine. Don't cling to them. Let them go. Let your troubles go. Let the karma fall away. Let your concerns fall away. Think of like, I don't know, a light or water flowing from the top of your head through your body, washing away all those doubts, washing away all of the what ifs, washing away all the replays you keep doing that are holding you back. So if something's holding you back, let it go. And every time you see something in front of you, it's like, oh, here that comes again. Maybe it's a feeling of not being worthy of shifting. Let that go. You are so worthy. You were created as an experiencer, in my opinion, and according to spirit guides, you were created as an entity to experience for source, to experience for God. And we share those experiences. Now, the ascendants. The first major sign is going to be a solar event, and it's coming soon. Okay, the first sign is a solar event. We're going to feel a change in our frequency. We may see a flash of light. We may see an aurora borealis. It's going to be a feeling of a change in perspective, as if the veil between heaven and earth is lifted. People may start seeing angels. They may start seeing their spirit guide. It's a divine vibration. And it's a feeling of being connected to source, being connected to heaven again. You don't have to do anything. Just allow. Just go with the flow. And realize we're letting go of the ways things have been in the past and moving towards our new beginning. And a lot of it is brand new and unexpected. But think you are on Indiana Jones' Wild Ride, or what was it? Disneyland's Toad's Great Adventure, whatever it is. But it's like a roller coaster, and we aren't quite sure what's going to happen. But that's okay. You're going to be okay. You chose to come in at this point in time. You chose to listen to me so that you get the information to know things are going to be a little rocky, and that's okay. But you are moving towards a wonderful, beautiful, new way of existing. If you don't know what the beginning, the ascension, some of the things that we're going to experience, the very first take what rings true is about me being brought by the angels into the beginning, into the new space. So you can listen to that. So you wrote in your life chart whether you were going to ascend or not, whether you want to stay in the third dimension and experience karma, or whether you want to let go of your troubles, let go of the karma, and ascend into a different dimension. You chose when to do it on the other side. So you don't have to worry about it. You already chose. You chose when to step through the door, when to step through the portal to the new dimension. You've got this. Don't stress. It's taken care of. You wrote it in already. Just be. The angels are doing all the work, which is miraculous. So we're doing an ascension, and we don't have to do anything except go with the flow. You may notice yourself feeling more open. Just realize Mother Earth is sentient and will decide when things are going to happen on the earth plane. So the physical earth, she's the one who's going to decide. That entity, that existence will decide when events will actually happen. So we don't have to worry about that. The Mother Earth's taking care of the earth, and angels will do what she bids them to do. We just have to go with the flow. We're going to have a solar event. We're going to have a change in feeling, a change in vibration. We're going to be more empathic. So the people who are already empaths are going, been there, done that. Well, we're all going to feel that, a feeling of being connected, a feeling of the separation dissolving. Right now on earth, we feel separated from everything, that we're not connected, but we're moving towards feeling connection, feeling unity. You may notice your light feels brighter. You feel more powerful spiritually. Our vibration is and frequency are being adjusted and elevated by the angels. And we don't have to do anything, they're doing it. Be aware of the change. So, your job right now is to be aware and go with the flow. And to me, I think you should be prepared with the least thing you could do is make sure you have lots of water. You cannot survive without water. So, get a container and put some water in it. And I will post how to make clean water out of not clean water, how to distill water easily. So, be in the frame of going with the flow. Don't be in the frame of waiting, because then you're not moving. You're not even in the present. Be in the present and don't stop your life. Keep going. You are moving forward with your efforts. You want to start a new project? Do it. You want to start a new company? Do it. You want to write your book? Do it. You want to start doing using your spiritual gift? Start it. You want to learn a new skill? Start learning. Don't hold back on life. Keep going, because you're bringing that forward into the new dimension. Now, if you feel like you're being held back, then check yourself. What emotions are you holding? What experiences are you holding in front of you? What doubts are you holding? And put it in your container. You have your container, your space beside you that you can keep your worries, your what ifs, all those things that are holding you back. Put them in your container. Be the observer of what comes up and move through the emotions if you need to. Don't judge. Accept the thoughts and the emotions and past experiences coming up. And if you're the observer, if you're beyond your body, you can look at them and go, oh, that's interesting. That experience, I remember that experience. It helped me to become who I am today. Just be proud of yourself. You don't come into life to be perfect. You come to experience and see how you experience, how you react. Well, now it's the time to just let that stuff go. So if you are resisting, if you're still in a state of resistance and you need more help, then ask the angels to help you. Meditate on what you're resisting and let it go. Talk to Source, talk to God, talk to our Creator, whatever you want to call it, and say you want help with whatever it is that you can't let go of. What are you resisting? So before you go to sleep, hold the thoughts of being connected to everyone. Now, as my friend Sylvia would say, know that we are all unique creations of God. We are all loved by our Creator, our origin, our source, whatever you want to call it. So God loves us all. Now, there may be people you disagree with, people that you don't like the opinions of, but you can still love their spark of God, their unique spark of God. Don't have to agree with them, but love the source of thought that they were created with, their spark of the universe, their spark of creation. Love that. You can even send out bubbles of love to everyone in the world, to their spark of God. We can ask the angels to help us let go of any resistance. If we're having trouble with thinking of being connected to everybody, of being in unity, then they have volunteered to help us with this. They volunteered to help make the space next to you to hold all the worries, to hold all the what ifs, to hold all the feelings of, I'm not worthy, or I can't do this. That's nonsense. You are part of source. You are part of God. You are a spark of the divine. You are worthy. Stop belittling yourself. You're belittling your spark of God. Don't do that. You are totally worthy. You are totally loved. Do you know that your loved ones are sending you love each day? Your friends and your family who've passed on to the other side, they send you love every day. But we're so busy feeling unworthy, we don't accept it. Take a breath right now, close your eyes, and breathe in that feeling. Allow that feeling of love to come to you. And know they're connecting with you. You can connect with them. You can connect with every spark on the other side and every spark on this side. All the sparks of the Creator, all the sparks of the divine. We're all connected. So all of us are unique, but we were always connected to the divine. And we need to start realizing that we are connected. We are all sparks of God. And love the spark of everyone. We don't have to agree with them. Just know that we can love the spark of God because they were a unique creation, a unique thought of source, of creation, of origin, whatever you want to call it. Now, you were very brave to come into this life and have opportunities to experience. Acknowledge that you made it through those experiences, been there, done that. Now let those things go. You've experienced it. Don't hold on to stuff you've already gone through. It's so silly. I know I have held experiences that I've had since I was 5. I was holding them because they were just so intense. I was holding them and I was not allowing myself to let them go. So you've got your container next to you, whichever side you want it on. You've got your container next to you. Drain all those thoughts, all those emotions. If you need to go through them and feel the emotion, then feel it. Even cry or kick boxes or whatever it is. And then take a breath and let them go. Let them move into your container and be contained there. And please don't keep self-doubts. You are a spark of the divine. You are totally worthy. And be aware your portal is at hand. And when you have chosen to walk through that door, it's available to you. It's now. It isn't, oh, it's going to happen in the future. The angels have said that portal is open now. You decided on the other side. You decided when you came in, before you came into life, when you were going to step through the portal. So you don't even need to worry about that. The angels are renewing you, changing you, moving your vibration. All you have to do is just be there. They're taking care of it. The door is there. When you're ready, when you have chosen to go through, then you'll walk through. So stop worrying about ascension. It's already decided. What you need to do to make it easier and not take junk through when you go is have your container. Let go of all the troubles. Let go of all the I'm not good enough. Let go of all the worries. Let go of the feeling unworthy. Let go of the negative thoughts. You can do what my friend Rahim, another spirit guide who would come into trance classes, would say, eject those ideas. So if you have something that is playing again in your mind, I'm not good enough. That was so hard. I'm not going to be able to do this. Whatever it is, he would say, there's an audio here. Just eject it. Or I'm wearing sort of an elastic bracelet. If you wear an elastic bracelet or a rubber band, you can snap it, say, not my truth, not my truth. Or just like tap your forehead, not my truth, not my truth, whatever it is. And then that is a signal to like drain the stuff into your container. People around you don't need to know what that is. Like, okay, I'm ejecting that idea. I'm playing that thought again. I don't need to have that thought in my mind. Let it go. The resistance to whatever it is that's keeping you back. So if you're resisting being able to think of us all connected, then eject that. Ask the angels to help you. There's people you can go to, a therapist, you can go to a spiritual therapist, probably about Ascension. Um, you can contact me. I can relay you or you can work with me. But just talk to the angels, they will help you. And create your container wherever you're putting it, whichever side you're putting it on, and drain those things that are no longer needed. Eject the thoughts of I'm not ready. Eject the thoughts of I'm not worthy. Eject the thoughts of I'm not enough. Eject the thoughts of I'm less than. I'm not good enough. And join the adventure. Think of yourself as Indiana Jones. You're on this adventure ride. We don't know exactly what's going to happen. The rock's going to fall. It's okay. You'll get through it. Be in flow. So my suggestion is think of yourself as the observer. Think of yourself beyond the physical body and in your ethereal body, beyond this physical body. You are not the body. Be beyond the body and watch what's happening. Let stuff drop away. Put it in your container. We're becoming this newness. We're moving to the feeling of connection, the feeling of being with each other and being connected to the divine. We're moving into the becoming, the new dimension that's being formed. But you don't have to worry about anything because you have your container to drain all the what ifs, all the resistance, all the yucky stuff, and the troubles and karma go into the container. You don't have to deal with them anymore. And let the angels do the work. All you have to do is be there, be in the present. Stop waiting. Keep going on with your life. The things that you want to move forward with into the new dimension, you need to be doing now. So don't wait. Start doing it. Write that book. Get that new job. Start that new project. Stop and take some time today to reflect what you want to move forward with. And don't stop yourself because you're not worthy. You don't know enough yet. I'm not enough. Stop with that stuff. Drain all that into your container. So take a breath. Know you're on a great adventure. Get into your rail car and go down that exciting adventure. We don't know exactly where it's going. We've never been there before, but just go with the flow and know you are protected. Know that you need to do a little preparation. Make sure you have water because we don't know what's happening in our section of the world. Different things are happening in different places. There may be times when banks close. Maybe you need to keep some cash on hand. So be prepared. I was a Girl Scout. Be prepared. But just go with the flow. Once you have some food, some water, some supplies, if there's a disaster in your area, just know you'll be taken care of. And you are a spark of the divine. And you are connected to all sparks of the divine. So I'm sending out a bubble of love to you, and I'm sending out a bubble of love to everyone in the world so their spark can feel that love. If they choose not to accept it right now, that's fine. It will go to the next available person. And just know you can love everyone's spark. You don't have to go hug everyone, but you can love everyone's spark and know you're connected. Take a breath. Reflect on what you want to move forward with. and love yourself. Hug yourself. Know you have a container to put stuff in, all the troubles, all the karma, all the resistance. And if you're holding yourself back like I was, send that letter to the universe. Send your worries and whatever it is you're working on that you need to flow through. Don't hold on to it. Let it go. Let the universe take care of it. Be specific in what you want. Tell the universe, and then let it go. Okay. Hope to see you in my rail car going down on this adventure. Thanks for joining me. See you next Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And we'll see what else I'm going to talk about. Thanks. Bye.